Welcome to today's Sports Live.
Oh, we're live here. Okay.
It's our first hockey show.
We're talking college football today.
Edition of Baseball Today.
Football Today back here.
Come back to basketball today.
Got the double box. Bring it on, baby.
It's just giving me Russell Westbrook vibes.
I'm too strong. I'm just too strong.
Well, there goes the encyclopedia.
Him and Rihanna would create like a mega mind type.
He
That's
put
really
this
good.
decision on a coin flip, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Ginzer City. Ginzer City.
More
We
perfect that we
all
brought
have
that today.
computers in front of us.
All right, and that is why we skip hooping.
Yeah.
The spitting image of Cooper Cup.
Ricky Patalco about to lose his mind.
Kadarius Toney, Ni Hao, you better start learning Chinese.
We got two Rangers fans here, so.
No.
Welcome back to today's sports. Today we're talking about college football. I'm Sophia, and I'm here with Gemma, Kylie, and Rocco. A lot to talk about today for college football. So much controversy over the college football playoffs. Penn State, though, to start, will be taking on Ole Miss in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl in Atlanta. What do you guys think about that?
Well, to be honest with you, I think Penn State's going to kill them. I don't think this is going to be close at all. But
I wouldn't say kill them.
you think they keep it close?
You know, she's about to say
What is she about to say?
chop.
You're right.
Oh,
It sucks.
I love Chop.
I know, but here's the problem though. The reason he's not playing this game is because look, it's a New Year's Six Bowl. That's
Yeah.
cool and all, but it's
Yeah.
not the college football playoff.
Yeah.
That was the ultimate goal for Penn State. They fell short, and now as a result, we don't have our best defensive player playing in the
Yeah.
game. So that kind of stinks, but it's okay.
I think we're still going to play very well. We
Mhm.
have almost everybody coming back to play
Yeah.
this game, which is
Mhm.
very good. I was very nervous about that because even last year for the Rose Bowl, we had a couple opt-outs,
Mhm.
but obviously that didn't change the outcome. But I'm really scared for this game. I'm scared for
I'm
every
scared
game.
too, honestly.
Well, I think they have a lot riding on this game too, though,
Right.
because if they win this game, they'll be the first team to win every bowl game.
Right.
So that's like so much riding. But I just feel like because the rankings are so close, Ole Miss and Penn State are pretty much
Pretty-
They're
neck
very,
and neck.
they're very similar. They're very
They're
similar.
literally like basically the same teams in two different divisions.
Right, exactly.
I'm just excited though to like not play someone else, but like
Yes,
we
you're
don't
right,
play
right.
these
We want a-
SEC
I
teams,
want a
and
challenge.
we
I
need
want
to
a
like
challenge.
we need to switch it up because
That's what I'm happy about the conference realignment next year.
No,
I mean, we're
it's
going to
right.
face all these new teams. It's going to be great. It's
And
gonna be
also,
awesome.
this is going to show other people who doubt Penn State that we can be a ranked team,
Mhm.
especially from the SEC too.
Exactly.
That would be good.
And especially now, it's a change from playing Ohio State and Michigan because
yes.
Mhm.
the outcomes are the same every year. Now
Mhm.
this year we're actually playing a ranked team
Yeah,
where
right.
it just makes us look. It makes Penn State look so much better, especially because our schedule was pretty easy this
Yeah.
season. So now we're playing a ranked team that's actually going to prove like that we're good.
Yeah,
For
I
sure.
agree.
So also Florida State though left out of the college playoff for Alabama. What do you guys think? There's so much controversy
I knew they were not going to
everywhere.
make it in. Guys, I knew they were not going to make it in. They played like poop against Florida. That was embarrassing. And the Louisville game,
I know.
they won by
Yeah.
10 points.
It was just so sad
But
watching the video over and over again.
the
It
reaction,
was
you mean?
so
or-
sad.
I don't really
It was
care.
so
I don't
sad.
care. I knew Bama was going to get in, and I think they deserve
Well,
to get in.
obviously, I feel like at this point, if Bama doesn't get in, it's like it's not going to happen. It's
Well,
like
so-
they are what draws people
And
to
they
watch
did.
it.
Thank
That's
God
true.
for the committee because they saved us from a really boring game from
Exactly.
Michigan
And that's what I was
versus
gonna
Florida
say.
State.
Did you see the Michigan reaction when they found
They
out
were.
they're
They're
facing?
scared.
Yeah.
They're
Right.
scared.
Yeah.
That's all you need to see to know that they got this
And
correct. So, I
College
mean,
football now, it's becoming a business. It's becoming
Right.
political. They want to put us on a good. They put it on a good show.
Right. Exactly.
These matchups, Michigan, Bama, Washington, Texas, that is going to get
That's going to be
everyone
that's
in the
crazy.
country
Exactly.
watching.
Last year was probably one of the best
Yeah, it
playoff
was.
games.
Yeah.
Both of them were so close,
high
For sure.
scoring.
high
Oh
scoring,
my god!
and both decided by like the last minute of the game.
Yeah.
And it was
Right.
so exciting.
So I'm happy at that standpoint, but also though, what more do you ask of Florida State to do? They went 13-0. They
Yeah.
beat
quarterback don't get
LSU.
hurt.
Yeah.
That's. I mean,
I know,
sorry.
they have to take
But-
they have to by law. They have to take that into consideration.
Yes.
It's on the website.
Yeah.
It is. It's on the
Website.
classifications.
Yeah,
I know
exactly.
it stinks and all, but I mean, listen. Would you rather watch them get steamrolled by Michigan, or would you rather watch a good game against?
I'd rather
I
watch a
agree.
good
I'd
game,
rather
but like
watch a
at the
good
same
game.
time, like
As a fan, I want to watch a
It's
good
the
game,
same
but
story.
morally, I don't know. I just feel bad for them.
Yes.
Well, they should have played better
They
against
should've-
Louisville
they
and Florida then.
They should have played
If we're
better
looking at
against
resume wise, I mean, Bama has some pretty good wins. I mean,
Yeah.
you beat Georgia.
Mhm.
Like, that's
Right.
pretty good. And
Exactly.
Texas beat Bama in Tuscaloosa.
So they're in.
So they got
Right.
good
Yeah.
resumes going
Yeah.
on. And I know Michigan has
Yeah.
one ranked win, but it's against Ohio State.
So that's like
So-
a huge,
Penn State too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, forgot about that.
And
All
Bama
right,
has the
Erase that J
reputation.
from my memory.
Bama has that reputation
Exactly.
too. And a lot of people making these decisions love Bama too.
That's what I've been
so
saying.
it's just hard to go against Bama in college football.
Mhm.
Yep.
But
For sure.
anyways, the games though, who do you think's gonna win? What are your takes?
Well, I mean, here's the thing: Michigan, Alabama. If this was like a week from the college football selection show, I would go Michigan. But
Me
Nick
too.
Saban has a month to prepare against JJ
That's
McCarthy
crazy.
and that
That's
offense.
know.
crazy.
I'm scared.
That-
if
and that
I'm
man is a
Michigan.
legend.
Exactly.
Like,
If I'm Michigan right now, you saw the reaction. They're probably really worried.
And
right now.
I'd be
Jalen
scared if I
Milroe
were
has
them.
been really
Exactly.
good
Yeah.
lately.
Yeah.
He's been
Yeah.
really good. I'm taking Bama on this one.
Yeah.
Same here.
I mean,
I'm taking Bama.
I'm taking Bama, but at the same time, like it's not going to be some easy walk.
No,
like,
for
it's
sure.
going
no,
to
it's
be
gonna
a
be a
very,
close
very
game.
close game. And like, I mean, I would be surprised kind of either way which team wins. I'm taking Bama, but at the same time, like, I think this is going to shake things up a little bit. This is going to
too.
be a good one.
I'm taking. Well, I don't even know the last time if they have faced each
I-
other.
I don't
I
know
don't
last
know.
time. Not in the playoffs, no.
I don't know. I'm really excited. I don't say I'm rooting for Bama. I have them.
Oh, you can't root for Bama.
I have them.
No,
That's what I'm saying. No,
You
I'm
can't do it.
rooting
I'm
for
rooting for
them.
Bama.
I'm not
Really?
really rooting
I'm
for
rooting for them.
Because
Michigan
of your
either.
hatred for Michigan, though.
True, but I actually am kind of a supporter of Bama.
Really?
Like, kind
Why
of.
is that?
They're
I don't know. I really
good.
like Nick Saban.
You like Nick Saban?
Yeah,
As
I
do
not
too,
rooting?
yeah,
Wow.
I do too.
Okay.
I
I
do.
respect
The
it.
coaching
I'm not a fan.
aspect is where I kind of like, but what he does outside of like football for his team, I could get
Yeah,
behind
like
that.
he's inviting
but
players to like
to
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving,
Like
yeah.
that warms my heart.
he also knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's the best coach in college
He-
football.
yeah.
Yeah. What about Washington, Texas? Who do you got?
This is gonna be a good one too. I honestly like Texas in this
Horns
matchup
up.
though.
Horns up, baby.
Horns aren't down in this one. I don't know. I'm a believer. I think this is the year that we've been waiting for so long, and they finally back. I think they finally make the
And they
championship. this year.
they crushed Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
It was
Exactly.
embarrassing. And even though Michael Penix Jr. and Washington beat Oregon, Michael Penix Jr. has been
That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying.
For sure.
I do go to Texas on this one too, just because they have been so like up and down, and it's
Right.
like this is such a big stage now, and they haven't been like put in this position yet, so I just don't.
Texas
I don't
wants
see
it
it.
bad.
Yeah, I
They
just don't
want
see it
bad.
happening for Washington, but we'll
I
see.
think they deserve it too. And I honestly think like because they beat Alabama and Alabama beat Georgia.
Yeah.
So that says also that they have the quality. Like
Right.
even though their record isn't, they're not undefeated. It doesn't matter. The college football playoffs are the best 4 teams.
Exactly.
Like that's what it's supposed to be
Well, then
based on.
don't you, do you think Georgia should be in this though? If it's the best 4 teams?
No, I don't think so.
No,
you don't think so?
I
They struggled
don't.
against Georgia Tech. They barely beat
Man.
Auburn. They should not be.
Yeah, but
they
you
should
can say the
not
same
be
for
one-
Alabama though. They struggled against Auburn. They struggled against
And then that
UAB.
also brings-
They
I
should
mean,
have lost.
I don't know.
They should have lost to Auburn, but that'd be a
Right.
different story. I'd be saying a different story if they lost to Auburn.
But then that also makes you
Yeah, but
question,
you-
like
you
you
just
have to
said
look
that
at
they
these
almost
teams'
lost them.
schedules.
Okay, Michigan almost lost to Maryland.
That's my point.
no,
Michigan
that
almost
was
lost to
a
Ohio
bigger
State.
gap
Michigan
than-
could have lost to
Well, Ohio
us.
State, that's the best team that they're going to
Okay,
face.
not the. Okay.
All right, listen.
Best.
I don't
mean,
think
best.
best team
Best.
on their schedule that they're going to face. Yeah.
If you're gonna say, if you're
Now,
gonna,
what about Penn
You're-
State? What about Penn State?
Lost to Ohio State. Penn State lost to Ohio State.
Okay.
But
So-
I would love to see a rematch between Bama and Texas in the
yeah, I would
championship.
too.
It
I
would
think
be
that's
cool.
just more like it's the SEC, so that's like
Yeah. I'm honestly, I would love 2 SEC teams to go to the finals. That would
Me
be
too.
and it just makes me mad that Michigan's #1 because their schedule was a joke.
So
Yeah.
easy.
Can't believe
So-
the SEC almost got left out of the playoff though, and then Alabama came in.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Swooped right up the FSU spot.
Right,
SEC
exactly.
made it
Yeah.
every single year of the college
Good
football
for
playoff.
them.
But now you got the other bowl games outside of the playoffs. What are your thoughts on the matchups? We have Ohio State, number 7 Ohio State against number 9 Missouri. What do you think?
Well, I'm going Missouri because Kyle McCord's
Kyle
gone,
McCord's not playing.
and I'm assuming
That's
Marvin
I'm,
Harris
so
is
bad.
not.
I'm
bad.
assuming
Yeah.
Maserati Marv will opt out.
Yeah,
He's
he hasn't
probably
opted
not-
out yet, but there's no
Gus
way he
Johnson,
doesn't.
man.
He's
Why?
on his season.
Why did we have to
Like
make that
JT,
nickname?
I feel like I don't know if he's gonna play. You got some
Yeah.
pretty high people
No,
who are
exactly.
going into the
The
draft.
draft.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
just don't like Missouri either, though.
I'm
Like,
not
I
a
love
fan.
them,
I
but I don't
hate
hate
Ohio
them.
State.
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm
hate
saying.
both of
I hate
them.
Ohio State.
You hate Missouri?
I just don't like them.
What's wrong with Missouri?
I don't know.
What
They
am I saying?
fought-
I
I
don't
wanted them
hate
to
them.
lose
They
against
like the
Florida. I'm
underdog.
still upset they beat Florida.
Missouri didn't do anything to me. I'm picking
They're
Missouri.
like the
Yeah.
underdog. Yeah, I'm going for Missouri, and I don't think that's like a That's like
I
very
would
far
love
off.
to see them. Though.
What about number 5 FSU against number 6 Georgia?
All right, well,
Georgia?
Georgia's about to prove what's
gonna be a blowout.
That
Yeah.
the committee
Yeah,
got this
it's
correct.
going to be a
like
blowout.
it's so obvious. Everyone's gonna be like, well, committee did a great job.
Yeah.
Florida State's gonna lose by 30, and we're gonna be like, yep.
But you know,
everything's all
Florida
good.
State's gonna like talk.
Yeah.
They're gonna think that they're
Oh,
gonna beat them,
they're-
and then they're gonna
yeah.
get steamrolled.
Exactly.
It's gonna be like, we got taken out of the playoffs. We didn't
Yeah.
make it. Like we're
Yeah.
coming for you. They're,
Right.
Like
they're
they're
not.
thinking like, oh, you said the best 4 should be in it, but
Right.
we're going to show you that we're one of
Exactly.
the best 4.
That's one of the best 4 teams in college
Jordan
football. You
Travis,
can't
I
tell me
feel so
otherwise.
bad for you.
I
I
do
wish you
too.
could play, but
Sorry.
your team
It's
ain't
not.
winning the orange.
No.
It would be a
Let's be
different
real.
story if Jordan Travis was
For
there.
sure.
Exactly.
Oh,
But
100%.
even if they were just playing Georgia out of the college football playoffs, like
They
in
still would
some
lose.
worlds, you still think they would
I
lose
still
with
think
Jordan
they would
Travis
lose.
as QB?
I still think
Because
Really?
again,
That'd be a
like
good
Gemma
game,
said,
but-
you're giving Georgia a month to prepare to play FSU.
And it's
It's
That
Georgia.
quarterback,
It's
right.
Georgia.
Yeah.
One of the best defenses. Kirby Smart is a genius.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah. And then what about number 8 Oregon, number 23 Liberty?
I mean,
this is a
even-
joke.
Right. Well,
This
even,
is a joke.
even with I'm assuming Bo Nix isn't probably going to play in this game, but I'm still taking Oregon. I don't think like Liberty.
It would
they
be
stole
cool.
that last
It would
group
be
of
so
5
cool
spot.
if they won like some, but they're not gonna win.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Hey, Tulane beat USC last
That's
year. It's
true.
not
It's gonna be
impossible.
a good game. I have
I
a feeling,
want
but
Oregon to win though. Like
I actually am a pretty big fan of the Ducks.
I'm rooting for
I
them.
like
Yeah,
the Ducks.
Yeah, I
I
like
like the
them.
uniforms. I'll give them that.
I
mean,
wanted
that's
them
about
to
it,
beat
though.
Washington.
Best uniforms in college
Me too.
football.
I've
right
always
here.
picked them to beat Washington. I like them.
I like them, so I'm
Me
not mad
too.
about that at all. But yeah, this isn't really a game. This
No.
is not a
I think-
game that's going to
This
I
is
think
my-
SMU
right.
should be
this is
playing
this is their Cinderella story of the year. They have to pick one.
Right.
This
Here
is
it is.
it.
I kind of wish we were playing Oregon.
I wanted that.
I
I
wanted that
wanted
too.
Oregon.
I'm just saying, like, I don't have any care in the world for this game.
I'm not
gonna
gonna
lie.
watch
No,
this
I'm
game.
probably
Yeah,
I'm not
I'm
gonna
not
watch
gonna
it
I'm just
either.
gonna say,
I'm not
I
gonna
don't
watch it,
care.
but
I
I'm
don't
just
care
being
either.
totally
No
honest.
offense, Liberty.
Yeah. I don't.
Good
So-
for you.
Well, going on, we're moving on. We got the draft projections now. Chop Robinson entered, Bo Nix entered, and Michael Penix Jr. entered. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Where do you think they're going to go? What round are they going to
So
be in?
I see Chop kind of going in between that like first round 10 to 15 range,
like
and
that.
Bo Nix kind of the same.
All
It's
right.
like either or. I kind of see Michael Penix Jr. going late first round, possibly
Below
early
Nix.
second.
Below Bo Nix?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Because I think
Oh,
Bo Nix
brother.
is winning the Heisman.
I
Jaden
don't
Daniels.
know. I
Jaden
don't
Daniels is
think
winning
so.
the Heisman. It's going to
I
Jaden
don't
Daniels.
think
He's
so.
the
I really-
runaway favorite.
No, I
it's
don't
going to
think
Jaden
so.
Daniels.
I
I
feel
think
like
it's
Bo
going
Nix
to-
and Michael Penix Jr. are like one's either going to be that first, second round, and one's going to be like within the top 20. It's just how it's
Yeah.
going to like.
I'm going to call my shot here with Chop, though. He's going to Washington. He's going to the Commanders. You want to know why? The Penn State pipeline to Washington is alive. Jahan Dotson, Mitchell Tinsley. It's continuing now with Chop Robinson.
I
That's my
want him to
shot.
go to the Jets.
The Jets. Okay.
I'm a Jets fan.
Ah, all
So
right. Makes sense.
I want him to go to the Jets. That he is what we need.
All
But
right.
do I
Yeah,
think it's going
you
to
need
happen?
him. You
Do I
need
think
him.
it's going to happen? I don't. If Robert Saleh plays his cards right, I think it could happen.
They need him.
I mean,
But-
they're tanking basically right now
Unbelievable.
with Zach Wilson playing next week. So, yeah, you're
Oh,
probably going to get
whoa, whoa,
They're
whoa.
tanking with
Okay,
Zach
isn't that
Wilson.
an NFL show?
This is
Put
an
some
NFL
respect
show.
on Zach
I
Wilson,
did see that
please.
this
Some
morning.
respect on Zach
I
Wilson.
saw that this
No,
morning.
Please
No,
respect Zach Wilson.
no, I'm not
Throw
going
your
to do that.
towards
Sorry,
coach.
not going to do that.
But
Maybe
yeah,
if
I'm
this was
over
a
the
college
Jets.
football, I'll respect them at BYU.
But
I'll give
We
it
all
that,
know Olu's going like top 5, top
Yeah.
10.
but- No, he's,
Yes.
he's the best left tackle in the draft.
I'm
Easily.
gonna miss you.
please,
I'll miss you.
also
for sure.
him. Please.
Yeah. Yeah, you need. They need an offensive
I just need an
lineman,
offensive
too.
line.
Yeah,
That's all I'm
exactly.
asking for. That's all
Exactly.
I'm asking for.
Bo Nix, though, in front of, I don't agree with that.
I
I don't
don't
think Bo Nix should
I
go
don't
in
know
front
if
of
he's
him.
gonna
A
go
lot
in
of
front.
mock drafts have been showing Bo Nix in front of
I saw a
Michael
mock
Penix.
today with Bo Nix at 5 to the Giants, and I just shut
That's
my
a lie.
computer. I
A
shut it.
lot
I
of
said,
them are
that's,
saying,
come on, really?
I don't know why people are
waste
saying
of
Drake May is
potential.
going like top 5.
The only thing though is he's in like this quarterback class is a very high caliber
It's a very
class.
competitive
It
class.
is.
So it's like if you're gonna write out all these different quarterbacks on paper, like what is he bringing that other quarterbacks possibly are? And it's
Mhm.
not. I
Yeah.
think Michael Penix Jr. has a little bit more that he's bringing to the table, but you also have to add in that injury factor there,
yeah.
which is like
Sure.
that's a huge thing to look
Right.
at.
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
So
And
I don't know.
it also depends on who wins the Heisman.
that's
That
so
could be a
valid.
big
too.
deal.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels is winning the Heisman.
Okay.
You want to bet on this?
I do.
Okay. I don't know if we can legally do that on air. So we're going to avoid that. However, Michael Penix, I'm telling you, is better quarterback than Bo Nix.
I don't think so.
He's going to have a better career than Bo Nix. I'm
I don't
super
know.
confident in saying that.
Okay.
All right, whatever you
We'll
think.
see. We'll
What-
see.
Whatever you think. But moving on from that, now we're going to do NFL comparisons. So choose 2 players from the college football season and give me their NFL comparisons. What you think is going to happen?
Okay. So I did a Penn State one first because as soon as my boyfriend entered that Rutgers game, I knew he reminded me of my former husband, Trace McSorley. Bo and Trace are so similar. Bo and Trace, they have this moxie to them, and they are great runners. Of course, Trace is a little shorter. Not short. He's like 5'11", 6 foot. Not calling that short, but shorter for a quarterback. And, he had to really rely on his run game sometimes, too. He's scoring touchdowns. And Bo, I want to see Bo throw the ball a little bit more, but he's a great runner. I was losing my mind during that Rutgers game.
He's a good
with
runner.
him running because I love him.
Did you want him to start over Aller?
So I'm such a big Drew fan.
Okay.
I'm such a big Drew girl. I love Drew throwing the ball, but Bo running it.
Yeah. I agree with that.
That's
So
what
I want to see both of them.
I mean, we saw that in the Michigan game with the Aller fumble. So I mean, I like that
I'm really upset. I brought it with him when he
that
did
was frustrating. That was just frustrating. Like, you have another quarterback sitting over there.
Yeah.
Clearly, this isn't
Drew's
working.
a little bit more nervous.
He's very
Bo has
nervous.
that confidence.
But I mean, they're both they're babies. So.
Here's the thing, though. Aller's not throwing to anybody. He's throwing to, there's nobody on the outside that can actually create separation.
Next year when we get Julian Fleming.
You're right.
Yeah. I don't know though, but I like this pick about Bo because I love Bo.
I love Bo.
I think I'm a Bo girl over a Drew girl.
Oh, that's tough.
I think, but I don't know. I think he's better.
He's really good.
I think he has a lot more potential that will be able to grow over time because right now he's sitting behind Drew.
And
so
also,
it's
when they both run, Drew hesitates.
He does.
And that causes him to lose yards or get sacked. But Bo doesn't think, he just does.
No, that's very true.
He just runs. But yeah, that was my one. Another one, I've seen this sometimes. It's Caleb Williams and Patrick Mahomes.
I've seen this.
Both of them are also very good
this.
scramblers. And also sometimes this year, but they can win a game. The last second, they can win a game. They can win the game for their team. And everyone looks at them as the head person for their team. No one doubts Patrick Mahomes. And of course, it didn't really work out this year for Caleb Williams, but last year, everyone looked to him to make that winning play.
But I mean, he was also most of his team this year, too.
Oh, 100%. They had no defense. So that was just him to make the plays.
And
I think talent-wise, I definitely agree. However, there's one separation here is that guy wins, that guy does not win.
Exactly.
So I don't know.
Exactly.
That guy has the team, though.
You're right.
That guy
You're correct. He's got the defense that this guy does not.
Also, they could have beat Washington. They could have beaten those teams, but they didn't. They did more last year.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, they beat Arizona, even though they shouldn't have been in that position to where they were going to lose to Arizona. Yeah. But, Caleb Williams is good. You can't deny it.
No, you can't. Sure. He just doesn't have the team to back him up.
No, he doesn't.
Which stinks, but,
that stinks. I mean,
those are the best type of QBs to watch, so that that the game isn't over until literally the last second. The game isn't over.
Him compared to Drew, I'm nervous with Drew sometimes. Like how I was a Sean Cliff, I was nervous against that Purdue game where he had to win. Caleb Williams, I wouldn't be nervous.
No,
I get that too. Especially though, I feel like when I watch sometimes when I watch the Penn State games, if there's 2 minutes left and we're down by a touchdown, kind of walk out of the stadium.
Exactly.
You walk out of the stadium, you're like, all right.
Especially for that Michigan game, when Michigan scored right away with Corum, we all walked to the stadium
my dad got up. He was like, we're done. Okay.
Exactly. It couldn't have been done if we had a great quarterback.
It was fun watching the student section leave.
Exactly. It's not Drew's fault.
Yeah.
Right.
Better point.
If that kid looked over to the sideline one more time to look for his play call, I was gonna scream.
I mean, they all do that.
Okay, but take a little initiative. You're on the field. If you know that's not gonna work, why are you doing it?
It was embarrassing to go to the Ohio State game and how Drew played. I was embarrassed.
I was embarrassed at the Michigan game.
I was embarrassed.
It's fine.
Okay.
Let's move on to the next comparison. Yeah, what to say about those?
Yes, for sure. Who's the next comparison? Is it let's see what we got here. Is it mine or is it? All right, we got me. So this is my first comparison. I'm going with JJ McCarthy.
That's
I'm going with
That's
Brock.
That's good. That's so good.
So here we go. So we got best team in both leagues, right? Best team. You got maybe a system quarterback, but they do the job well. They don't do anything stupid. They don't turn the ball over. And you could argue that they're kind of carried by the run game there.
They both have very similar running backs and very similar receivers and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I agree.
So I mean, they're both very talented. However, I think if you take them out of the situation, you might not get the level of play you're getting right now. So that's why I'm comparing JJ and Purdy.
I get it. You have to take into consideration the teams in front of them, what they're able to do with those teams.
Yeah,
so I get that.
Brock's like a good quarterback. He's not like a great quarterback.
Right. He's like
Well,
a middle
he's still
tier
beat the
He's, a
quarterback.
good,
Eagles,
he's
so-
still a very good. I mean, look
Yeah.
what they did against the Eagles.
Don't talk about it, please.
Sorry.
Oh, I
I
love
was
that.
happy.
He's a
I was
middle
so
tier
happy.
guy,
I
but
love
he's
that.
playing like
That
top
was a
tier
very
because
exciting.
of what's around him.
Because JJ McCarthy has a very good team to help him and back him up.
Yeah. And same with
Yeah.
Purdy.
And same with
that's
Brock
the
Purdy,
comparison there.
100%.
I'm a big fan. I'm going to pat myself on the back. This was pretty
That
good.
was good.
That was a good
good.
one.
All right, let's go to the next one here. Not as confident, but I still like it. Nick Singleton and Josh Jacobs. Now, let me explain. These two guys last year, very, very good years. Josh Jacobs led the league in rushing. Nick Singleton had a great year alongside of Katron Allen. However, this year, though, both of these guys did not play. Well, Singleton's year's over probably. Jacobs did not play as well so far, averaging 3.5 yards a carry. He's a volume guy, really. He's not really like an efficient back that he was last year.
Mhm.
Singleton kind of had a drop off, so I'm
Agreed.
comparing these two.
Like,
here.
You're comparing the
Last year,
downfalls, kind
I
of.
thought Nick
Yeah.
Singleton
A little
was the
bit.
next Saquon Barkley.
He did, it was rough this year.
But
But
I also think that's because of the offensive line. That's another thing here. The
No,
Raiders'
yeah.
offense, not great. Penn State's offense
Yeah.
was a little
I think
shaky
Katron
here and
Allen's
there
better.
against the
Yeah.
good teams.
I think Katron
So,
Allen's
I
better.
think the offensive line has something to do with it as well as the quarterback play, but I'm comparing these two here.
No, that's
All
a
right.
good. That's a good comparison.
That's respectable.
All right,
Yeah.
2 for 2.
And plus, Nick Singleton fumbles all the time,
That's true.
and it really aggravates me.
All
Indeed.
right, Kylie, what are your two comparisons?
Okay, I am coming first with a quarterback. I have Michael Penix Jr. and Tua.
That's a good one.
These both left-handed. I have to point that out. I know that's like
That's true.
Okay,
so
no,
systematic,
that's
but
big.
they
That's
are
big.
both
That's big.
left-handed.
That's big.
I just think they have strong accuracy. Really good accuracy, especially in the red zone.
Mhm.
Footwork, mechanics. They really can move well within the pocket, but also when they're confident enough, can get out of the pocket. And I also think there's just like that mental game that they both have. Injuries, stuff like that.
Yeah.
They've both come back from stuff
Mhm.
like that, and I think, especially this season, they've just been playing. As Michael Penix Jr. really has been playing very similar to how Tua has been with the Dolphins this year.
Yeah, I think
I
these are
agree.
both really good seasons for them. And
Agreed.
This year made me pay attention to Tua.
No,
more, too.
exactly.
So-
Because usually he's
Like
always
during
hurt.
the Eagles game, I was getting nervous. I was like, "This is the battle between Jalen Hurts and Tua." Like I was on edge.
Yeah.
because I was like, "This is that. This is
and
that
I think
systematic."
Michael
Like,
Penix Jr. also gives us those games too.
he does.
He
So,
does.
it's a good
100% he does.
comparison.
That's a good comparison. I like
Thank
that.
you
Yeah.
guys.
Big fan.
And then I really like.
Oh, okay.
Well,
All right.
I love Jamar Chase,
Let's-
so you're really
let's
hurting me
hear
with
it.
this
Let's
one.
hear it.
I have such a
Figuring it
hard
out.
time like going with Ohio State, but like this man could he's not going to, but he was a very good Heisman contender, which is interesting to see because it's generally quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So you like seeing
Yeah.
someone different in there. They're very powerful in what they do. I feel like they're strong before the catch and they keep that intensity up like after the catch. And I also think what's so important, especially Marvin Harrison, he elevates his quarterback.
Yeah,
Agreed.
Definitely.
Like he does what needs to be done to win these
Kyle
games.
McCord's not good.
Oh,
No,
makes
he's
it
not.
look-
McCord.
Not
Look,
at all.
He makes it look
Not
good.
at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He knows how to make his
And
quarterback look
Like
good.
Jamar Chase says, they're always open.
They
They are always
They're always
open.
For
open.
sure.
Yeah.
So I think they both have good control. They're not like the same exact. I think there's a couple differences there,
Mhm.
but I think Marvin Harrison, he's going to do well in the draft. He's going to do
100%.
really
He's
well
gonna do
whenever
so
he gets
well.
drafted.
Top
You
so
know,
good.
He might be a top
Yeah.
3 pick. There's a
Yeah.
good chance.
And I
He should.
honestly, I try to disassociate him with Ohio State
I
because
do
he's
too.
such
Because I like
he's
him.
such
I like
a good
him.
player. He's
It's
such a
tough.
good player, and it's just like, but the Penn State in me, like, oh no,
No,
But,
exactly.
No, he's such a good player for the draft. I'm rooting for him.
I'm excited to see where he
Agreed.
goes.
Yeah.
I'm really
And
excited.
honestly, when Penn State played Ohio State, if Marvin Harrison didn't play, I think we could have won the game.
We could have.
I
He
swear.
He
single-handedly,
literally
he
changed the
single-
entire
only
game.
threw to him the entire game.
he single-handedly beat Penn State.
Exactly.
It
He
was
was the
Marvin
reason.
Harrison
It was
Jr.
annoying.
versus
It was like,
Penn
can you
State.
throw the ball to
Exactly.
someone
It
else? Like, can
really
someone else touch
irritated
the
me.
ball,
I
please?
know.
But you have to, like,
You got to give credit where
You
credit's
have
due.
to.
And it breaks my heart that he just sat on the field after the Michigan game because
I know.
it's not his fault. He did everything he could, and it's just
He
his
I think he
team let
felt
him
bad
down.
because that final play went to him too, and it got picked off.
I
So I think he felt
know.
bad.
Yeah.
yeah.
I will say though, I love this comparison to Chase, but I would have went with Jefferson just for the number 18. That's the only reason.
Oh, that's
reason.
a
Okay,
good
that's
But
pick.
another
I
good
think-
one,
yeah.
but I feel like he's comparable. Like, there's only so many people he's comparable with, but
Right.
those are definitely
Yeah.
two of the
Yeah,
top.
100%.
I like that.
That's
I like
comparison.
Strong
that.
picks.
Yeah.
That is
All
great picks.
What a
Now
go,
we're
y'all.
moving on to our next segment, all-time favorite. That's clipped.
Oh, yes.
For this That's Clipped, we have the 360-pound linebacker, defensive lineman, Devontae Sweat. He scored the touchdown, and then he did
Beautiful.
the Heisman pose.
There it is. That's beautiful.
This I thought this was great.
This is
I
what makes
loved
you
this.
love
That
college
is peak
football.
performance
Like, are
right
you
there.
kidding me
You
right
know,
now?
Lord.
Oklahoma State fans were probably so disrespected by
No,
that.
exactly.
They
But so
probably were
what?
so
That was a
disrespected
so
by
what?
face.
Like
Too.
that.
That's
Our
not
linemen
face.
can score on
That
Imagine,
is
like,
that is what makes
Well,
college
you know what
football
surprised
like
me?
college
I think it
football.
was 2015. Penn State played Michigan State. Their offensive lineman scored on us. That's embarrassing.
That's embarrassing.
That's embarrassing.
Yep.
That's embarrassing.
It is
Oklahoma
That's
State.
such a Texas thing to do, though.
That's
too.
such a Texas
They're like,
thing.
watch this.
That's a great play call. by the way.
Especially in their home field.
Well,
especially in
Oklahoma
Oklahoma's
State,
home.
like
This isn't even near the end of
Oklahoma
the
State
game
put up an
either.
actual Longhorn on like a frat house.
That's-
so
I
they're
saw
probably like,
The best part
that's
is
crazy.
this isn't even
Oklahoma
like
State, you're not that good to be doing
this
that.
isn't even blown out the end of the game, fourth quarter. This is
Like, this
in
is
the
a good game. I
first
love
quarter
that. Yeah,
of the
exactly.
game.
It's a
Yeah.
one
It's
possession
literally
game at this point.
14-7.
Exactly.
That was
they
crazy.
act like they're up by 40.
That is such a Texas
And when
thing
I
to
saw
do.
what they did to the Longhorn before the game, I checked their rankings.
Like,
Oklahoma
State, please.
They're 93.
You're not that good. You're
They're 9 and
irrelevant. Please.
Look at this too. They're showboating on them. This is beautiful.
You're 9-3. You're
Great.
literally 9-3. Please.
He was like, I got this. Come on.
This is a great play.
That's a great clip.
Yep. And then next up we have a place in Iowa was offering free drinks until Iowa's first points on Saturday. And then they got shut out 26-0.
Ooh.
That's a lot
Those
of
feel-
free
That's a
drinks.
lot
That's a lot of
free
lost
drinks.
money.
drinks.
That's a lot of lost money.
Well, I know
lost
my
money for
friend
this
was
golf
like, "Oh,
club.
like I'm gonna bet that Iowa like scores like 1.5 points before the first half."
No.
That didn't even happen.
That didn't
That
happen.
didn't even
Not the whole
happen.
game.
Not even the whole
That
game.
didn't
That was,
happen.
But I saw this coming. Like this shutout.
Oh,
This
yeah.
I thought they would score a field goal at least.
I thought something.
Maybe.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A field
I
goal,
don't know.
yeah.
I don't
A little
think they're
bit
the
of,
type
like,
of team where you
something.
can even get an upset out of them.
That's true.
Nah,
You can't get an
What do we
upset.
expect from Iowa?
exactly.
What do we expect?
Maybe a field goal.
31-0.
I cannot believe this team
Still.
won 11 or 10 games.
Oh, I
That's
know.
unreal.
I know.
Well, you got to look at
Let's just say Penn
Their
State.
schedule.
their
Penn
schedule.
State beat Iowa better than Michigan beat Iowa.
That's true.
So just saying.
31-0, and one of those teams
31-0.
played in the Big Ten championship, and it was not
Exactly.
Penn State. It was
Exactly.
Yep. All right.
Listen, even if it's not a good team, you still have to play at your top level.
Exactly.
Come on now.
That's the thing that Penn State
Yes.
struggles with. They act like they don't care, and then they're like losing against Rutgers.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
But
then they're
that's what
like,
Michigan does well. Michigan shows up to every
Routinely.
game.
Yeah.
I thought they showed up to this game.
They
I
showed
thought
up, but
did.
they could have done
They
better.
could have put up 40 points
Yeah.
on them.
I think they
They were
honestly.
trying to hide some stuff in the playbook, though, for the playoff. Maybe
Yeah,
trying to
I
keep
feel
it
like
close
also
to
they're
them.
not
They
trying
knew
to
they were
hurt
gonna
their
win this
player,
game.
hurt their star players.
True.
against
That's
the
just
team.
the point.
Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Waste the
They
clock,
knew.
get out of there. You know, everyone knows they're beating Iowa. So, I mean,
Yeah. And Jim Harbaugh saying bet after they're like,
all of them.
Joe
the whole
Clout was like, oh,
roster.
like you've won like 3 big championships like in a row. And he's like, bet. Such an odd
Oh,
man.
what? Do you see him running away from the Gatorade?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
was
did
like,
see
come
that,
on.
yeah.
Just like,
Just do it.
just
Come
do
on.
it. Come
Leave it
on.
You
alone.
haven't seen your team in like weeks. Just do it.
And moving on for our last segment of the semester, we have W moment of the day.
What's the W moment?
We had finally a Pac-12 game ever.
This made me
Oh
emotional.
my God.
Man,
Everyone,
Oh,
bring,
that's
so
everyone
sad.
bring up the
Together.
Big Ten commercial. This is the last time
I
you're
know,
ever going to
right?
see this
Big Ten
I know.
commercial. I was
we
like,
got
what?
basketball. We got basketball.
I
Basketball
love it.
season. We still got
No,
basketball
but
season.
still, I know
but
that Big
it's-
Ten
I know,
is
but
so-
This
we
is a
still
year
get
of
to see it.
history. We
We
just
get to
went
see
through
it.
a year of history.
I know.
This was iconic. This made me emotional. I was upset about
The,
this.
so
the Stanford
sweet.
tree is so awkward.
You're right. Yeah. Just like very randomly placed in the back. I don't know.
Yeah.
They all look,
Wait,
they
why
look so cute.
We need like
Wait,
a
where's-
Mrs. Nittany Lion.
Oh, I like that idea.
Come on,
You
I
got
didn't know
it,
they
girl.
had
No.
couple. But that's
I
so
like-
cute.
I like
That's
couple
so
going
cute.
on.
When they're
Look,
cheerleading
you show
outfits,
me
they would
both. It's so cute.
Bro,
You're
I'm
not
telling
for
you,
it. You're not
I
for
don't-
it.
The Big
I-
Ten
for
should
it.
have
No.
taken a flick. The Big Ten should have taken a
We
flick.
don't
What
get
I'm
along
for,
like that,
The
though.
Pac-12,
We don't get
man,
along.
We
they're
do
at their
not
peak.
get along
No.
like that.
I think like Brutus and Nittany Lion would be like fighting.
Yeah.
Also, Michigan doesn't have a mascot.
I was just gonna say
Weird.
Michigan doesn't
That's
even
so
have.
weird.
Very odd.
They're different.
I want to say though, this stinks though with the Pac-12. They're at their peak. Like they're
No,
at
they
the
are.
top of
They have
their,
Oregon,
and they're,
they have
it's gone.
Washington.
Especially in the
over.
beginning of the year with like Colorado.
Right?
There was a lot of teams
Exactly.
ranked.
Yeah, and it's
That's
just
so
over.
sad.
They
That's
make the
actually
Pac-12
so
feel
like a
sad.
big joke
but
in the
they
beginning
did
of the year too.
well.
Yeah.
You had a lot of teams ranked from the Pac-12,
And it's just all
and it's
down
all
the drain.
down
It's
the
over.
drain.
That's actually so
Oh,
sad.
That's like end of an era.
I don't like it.
I'm ready to like cry.
Me too.
so sad.
What was
All
your
right.
guys' favorite moment of today's sports of the semester?
Ooh.
Favorite moment? My favorite moment was when me and Chris Reynolds argued over if Travis Kelce was actually good or if because the Swifties boast him.
Nice.
That was my favorite because I got to talk about Taylor Swift. So that was my favorite moment.
My favorite was the Alex McChrystal and Chris Reynolds beef. That was my favorite moment. There wasn't a moment, it was the whole show, really. So that was, number one for me.
I don't know if I have a favorite
I don't
moment.
know. I did my first show ever on here with you.
Oh my God, that's so sweet.
And Ben. And I never really
Oh, I
got to
miss
talk
Ben.
much. I do miss Ben, but he yelled at me for liking Notre Dame, and I'll remember that
Oh,
forever.
yeah.
So it's lovely.
Every show is my favorite.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a great answer.
We had an
What a great
amazing, we had
answer.
an amazing semester with Today Sports. This was my first semester with Today Sports, so that was pretty great for me. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'm here. I'm Sophia. I'm with Gemma, Kylie, and Rocco, and thanks for tuning in. See you next semester.